God, guys, I'm so excited to share these cards with you. I just shuffled and the Judgment showed up, the Lovers and the Sun card. These are all cards of transformation and rebirth. We're starting with the Judgment. Somebody is going through a period of awakening and rebirth. With the Judgment card, we have taken accountability and we have put ourselves in a place of reassessing and reevaluating and facing our own Judgment Day. So that usually happens when we know that we lived, we died, and we were reborn again. We came back to life. So, but that happens that doesn't happen without facing the actual action of taking accountability for our own actions. So facing our own judgment and our own actions and the impact it has towards the others, but also towards ourselves. That will automatically put you on a state of purging and also forgiveness. That is amazing card of rebirth. So you always see the light on the other side of the tunnel. Look at the free eagle here, rising above, and this family. It's like rising from the ashes. So we see this is what we see here with the Judgment card in Scorpio. Okay, these are all karmic situation with the releasing and finding peace with the past. Now, not everybody is able to do that just like that in a day. We don't have to. We're not always able to release the past just like that because it's very hard. But with the Sun here and the Lovers, we can take small steps, small choices to make the choice to see the light, that you deserve life. And also the Sun is the card of, like the moon is the subconscious, the Sun in the conscious. So you are becoming self-aware of your actions and the pattern when it's coming from, like old family wounds and all that things. You are becoming self-aware that you have, let's say, an addiction or something like that. So you are like, you see how he's patting the horse. So there is that you're not refusing to continue punishing yourself for these patterns. You found the source. You are being gently kind to yourself. You're gently forgiving yourself and the others for the harm that is caused, right? So somebody is going through this right now. So maybe it was going to a stretch of deep depression with the moon cycles now in Cancer. You may experience some high sensitivity. You might even experience like purging or sudden outburst of crying. And that is a beautiful way of releasing certain deep wounds from the past that were never activated. And this is a gift from God, that God gave it to you through other means, through other people that were used as a catalyst for you to activate and to heal once and for all these patterns. Okay, we got here the Nine of Wands. So again, this person is like a warrior, but is being beaten up physically and mentally and exhausted here, but is staying strong because they know it's part of the process. And the choice is a divine union. When this happens, let's say you have a counterpart, you're going through this transformation. It seems like she is leaning the hand towards him. It's like she knows when it's ready, the moment for this unity, until both parties are in the state of purification and healing, right? So this is a twin flame divine union with the Lover's card here, the yin and yang, the fire and the earth, right? The groundiness and the passion for life, and the rooted seed that creates longevity and prosperity in a union. With the Sun, again, like I said, it's about the clarity that you gain and coming to terms with what has happened to your life and overcoming it one step at a time. For you, it can be as simple as, let's say you're going out in the sun for a walk, be in nature, again, be in contact with nature, walking in the sun, basic things like that. Okay, we do have the hangman there, which exactly represent the same thing. He it's like Jesus here, like when he was sacrificed. Okay, he said, forgive them, Father. He knew what was happening. He took the burdens and he took the slack and he took the punishment of the humanity, because they were blindfolded. And he said, I'm not going to respond. I'm just going to stand still, and I'm going to take the sins of the humanity, so God can forgive them, right? And the judgment card, that's what happened. You took the slack, you took the pain for people that, because you knew they were not aware of their deep wound, right? So I think somebody is reborn because of that. And they felt the severe heaviness and burden in their spirit, which are now enlightened, and it's becoming a bit lighter every day. Probably somebody went through the dark night of the soul here, big depression here, and you don't even know. So you got to let these people, give them time to heal. Okay, be compassionate, because somebody here is going through the dark night of the soul. Look how exhausted this person is, beaten up mentally and physically. It's taking a toll on them. So, but you do see the light through the end of the tunnel, because this is the process of purification. And it can take several cycles, but you are on the right path, it's saying here. I see this combination as the combination of reconciliation of two divine human beings that are meant to be put together for a greater purpose in life. For a greater purpose in life, to bring love and stability, and to bring peace and harmony in human race. So this is a beautiful message for somebody who is becoming fully aware of that situation and the source of the problem, and they are taking the initiative to overcome it. Okay, they didn't know where the action was coming from, but somebody, it's like, woke up the next day and they couldn't believe they were still alive. They just couldn't, and they saw the sun, and they were going through the dark night of the soul. And the beauty of the soulmates or twin flames is to be there for one another when the other one is in a dark place, because they were awakened later than you. And that's your purpose, to help one another and to see the light, because brighter days are on the horizon here. And you reflected to them what they needed to see in themselves. You sacrificed and you surrendered to divine intervention and to God's faith that things will get better, despite of this punishments that they try to do you on the 3D level, because you knew that is not what it would take you to take you down, because your spirit is divinely guided, and the strength you carry within, it's something that is divinely guided. But it takes two to really be on the same level of purification. So if one waited patiently until you are ready to come out, somebody stayed in a hermit not purposely, because they were doing their own healing, and they all were doing more investigation how to help you. The other one looks completely run down, because they didn't know what was happening. They were fighting these mental fights in the head, but then it got them a mental exhaustion here, not able to sleep well at night, because they went through the dark night of the soul, and they forced them to sacrifice something, to release the pain, to release the past, certain burdens, certain guilt, certain shame, certain actions. So they could say, forgive me, Father. I don't know what I was doing. And then the sun rise again. And they found there's a blessing. There's a blessing. You feel blessed from God, that God gave you a chance, gave you life, and you want to live it every day the best you can. Make it meaningful. So all I'm saying that there is some divine intervention, there is reconciliation here happening because of this clarity and this situation when you are coming to terms with why it happened and why it happened in a certain way. What happened, how did it happen, and why it happened. That's the focus, why it happened, not what happened and who did it. The hangman said, I don't care who did it, but why it happened. Let's find out the source, why. And once you realize and they realize why it happened, then we're fully taking accountability of our actions. And take account, and then that's when you come to terms. And that's how you end up forgiving yourself or the others for the actions. And that's when then this divine union happens, or even on a spiritual level. You don't need to be with somebody in a physical presence. You may be their spiritual guru. You may be their spiritual soulmate and twin flame just to heal their heart and soul, and your mission is completed. So there is, because of this healing and forgiveness, there is reconciliation happen very soon. And it's happening. With the world, there it is. This cycle has been completed successfully. This is the card of completion, reconciliation, and congratulations. It's like you're passed with a wheel of fortune with flying colors. It's like you've been graduated here. You complete full circle here. Both of you. Full circle. Completed. All right? So this is it for today, folks. I'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful day. Bye.